What if I told you wealth is not something you chase, but something you draw toward you, like a magnet pulls iron, like the sun draws planets into its orbit? What if the fortunes you dream of are already moving toward you, but waiting on a signal, a vibration, an energy radiating from your very being? That energy, that invisible field, is your aura. And the truth is this: your aura has already been broadcasting every moment of your life. It has already determined the people you meet, the opportunities you receive, and the level of wealth you live with. Most people live with an aura clouded by doubt, fear, resentment, and poverty thinking. They walk into a room and people feel their heaviness, their uncertainty, their lack of vision. Without saying a word, they repel trust, repel opportunity, repel prosperity. But there are others, you've seen them, who walk into the same room and everything shifts. People lean in when they speak. Opportunities flow to them like rivers drawn to the sea. These individuals are not lucky. They are aligned. Their aura is trained, disciplined, and tuned to the frequency of abundance. This is not mysticism for the sake of mystery. It is the law of vibration, the foundation Napoleon Hill studied when he sat with giants like Carnegie, Edison, and Ford. He understood that riches are not handed to those who simply work hard. They flow to those whose inner state vibrates in harmony with prosperity. Edison did not invent the light bulb by accident. He held an unshakable faith that light was his destiny. That faith radiated from him and drew the right resources, the right minds, and the right persistence until the invention became reality. Your aura is shaped by your dominant thoughts, the emotions you feed, the beliefs you rehearse every single day. If your mind is a garden, your aura is the fragrance. Plant seeds of scarcity, and the fragrance is repulsion. Plant seeds of faith, vision, and gratitude, and your aura carries the unmistakable scent of abundance. The wealthy do not merely hold money, they hold a vibration that money is drawn to. Think of Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate who rose from a penniless immigrant boy to one of the richest men who ever lived. His aura was not defined by the poverty of his beginnings, but by the inner conviction that wealth was his divine right to create and expand. He trained his aura daily by focusing on vision, clarity, and service. And as Hill would later write, that aura became the field in which an empire was grown. The question is not whether your aura is broadcasting, it already is. The question is, what frequency are you on? Do you radiate certainty or hesitation? Do you vibrate gratitude or bitterness? Do you emit the energy of a man who already sees his vision fulfilled, or the static of a soul still doubting his own worth? Wealth does not respond to begging nor to desperation. It responds to alignment. To train your aura to attract wealth, you must first cleanse it of the poisons that block prosperity: fear, envy, resentment, and doubt. They cling to your energy like rust on metal, corroding your natural magnetism. Every time you tell yourself you are not enough, every time you compare yourself to another man and shrink in his shadow, you are dimming your own frequency. The first discipline of the wealthy is not to accumulate money, it is to guard their inner state. They know that fortune follows the man who refuses to poison his spirit with negativity. Look back through history and you'll see the same principle alive in every titan. Henry Ford faced failure after failure before building the automobile empire. What set him apart? Not luck, not chance. His aura radiated belief so strong that even when others mocked him, even when engineers told him his idea was impossible, he persisted. Ford did not merely think wealth, he became the vibration of inevitability. And because his aura carried that certainty, the world eventually rearranged itself around his vision. You too must train your aura to become undeniable. Every morning when you wake, your aura reflects the state of your first thoughts. If you rise in worry, your aura broadcasts scarcity all day long. But if you rise in gratitude, in vision, in faith that today will open doors, you shift your frequency immediately. Gratitude is the great tuner of wealth. It aligns your energy with increase instead of lack. Say aloud, I already live in abundance. Speak it until your cells believe it, because wealth is not something you chase on the outside. It begins with the inner resonance you carry everywhere you go. Understand this. People feel your aura before they hear your words. Business partners sense your certainty or your fear. Employers notice your energy before your resume. Investors read your vibration before they read your plan. If your aura is weak, scattered, or filled with doubt, they pull away without knowing why. But if your aura radiates confidence, clarity, and wealth consciousness, they lean in. They want to be near you, to trust you, to follow your lead. That is the hidden force of prosperity, the aura that precedes your actions. Napoleon Hill called this the mastermind principle, not just aligning with others, but aligning your own inner frequency so powerfully that others harmonize with you. Imagine a tuning fork. Strike one, and another nearby begins to vibrate in resonance without being touched. That is how a trained aura works. Your wealth vibration activates prosperity in others, and together you create opportunities that could never exist alone. But here's the truth. Training your aura is not a one-time act. It is a discipline. Just as a body must be exercised, your aura must be strengthened daily. Through meditation, through gratitude, through affirmations, through decision, through service, you condition your energy to hold its frequency even when storms surround you. Because storms will come, doubt will whisper, failure will knock. The untrained aura collapses under pressure. The trained aura grows stronger in it. My friend, the greatest riches of life do not come to those who chase desperately after gold, but to those who learn to tune their minds to the frequency of abundance. For wealth is not merely money. Wealth is joy, gratitude, generosity, and peace of mind. These are the true foundations upon which fortune rests. The man who possesses millions but lacks gratitude is impoverished in spirit, while the man who feels joy and thankfulness even with little is already rich. You may ask, what is this wealth frequency? It is the vibration of thought and emotion that aligns you with opportunities, resources, and people who carry you toward prosperity. It is not a trick of chance. It is not mere positive thinking. It is conscious intention joined with emotional alignment. Observe those who seem to attract fortune effortlessly. They are rarely those who live in complaint or fear. Instead, they radiate confidence, joy, and generosity. By their very nature, they draw toward them partners, ideas, and wealth. Their secret is not luck. It is alignment with the frequency of abundance. Now let us speak of the inner dial. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is like a great radio receiver. Every thought is a station. When you tune your dial to fear, you receive nothing but static, setbacks, and missed chances. When you tune it to faith and gratitude, you hear the clear broadcast of abundance. The question is, where is your dial set? You can shift it deliberately. Through mindfulness, meditation, and conscious breath work, you quiet the noise of fear and raise your frequency. Through gratitude journaling, you train the mind to focus on blessings instead of lack. Through visualization, you create a mental picture so vivid that your subconscious accepts it as reality and sets in motion the forces of achievement. But to stay aligned, you must also release the chains that hold you down. Limiting beliefs, I am not worthy, money is scarce, success belongs only to others, are nothing more than static disrupting your signal. Replace them with faith and conviction through daily autosuggestion. Tell your mind what must be true until it accepts it as fact. Say to yourself before you sleep each night, I am destined for wealth, success, and greatness, and nothing can stop me from achieving it. Speak it with emotion, for emotion is the spark that ignites belief. And belief, once rooted in your subconscious, becomes unstoppable power. My friend, understand this. Sleep is not an end, but a beginning. The subconscious mind works while the conscious mind rests. The thoughts you impress upon it before slumber are the blueprints it builds into your life. Plant gratitude, joy, and faith, and you will awaken to opportunities you never imagined. But there is more. Alignment within is not enough. You must broadcast your signal outward. Your words, your actions, your associations, all these are part of your broadcast. When you speak affirmations with conviction, you strengthen your frequency. When you spend money intentionally, not fearfully, you affirm abundance. When you give back generously, you open the channels of circulation through which wealth flows more abundantly to you. Surround yourself, too, with high-frequency individuals, men and women of vision, optimism, and courage. Their energy will amplify your own. Avoid the company of the fearful and the bitter, for they will drag your dial back into static and scarcity. And when opportunities appear, as they surely will once your signal is strong, seize them quickly. Wealth whispers first as a small idea, a faint introduction, a sudden insight. Move with decision, and you prove to the universe that you are ready to receive more. So I say again, tune your dial, broadcast your signal, and speak your destiny each night before you rest. For you are the master of your frequency, and your frequency is the magnet of your fortune.